What's going on, guys? We're back for day 4 of the 240 build. I'm very excited to say that we actually have all the parts in now. Down here, I have the radiator for it. We did end up actually going and getting a brand new battery for it. Inside, I have the 22-gallon fuel cell. I have the inline fuel pump. And I have a couple of other goodies that we will get to hopefully here shortly. They're not here yet, but they're on the way. So today, the intentions are, I'm going to drop the radiator into there, and I'm going to hook up the cooling lines and all that stuff. And I'm going to hook the battery up. I'm going to shoot some starting fluid down its throat, and we're going to see if this thing actually fires up. I know it's been a little bit since we worked on it and stuff. I've just been working like mad, haven't had the time nor have the parts actually been here to even start on it. So it's just been kind of whatever time I have to actually work on this thing, I try to get into it. So today, I work tomorrow, so today's going to be kind of like a quick drop the radiator in, hook the battery up, spray some starting fluid down its throat and see if it cranks, and we're going to hope for the best. Currently right now, I have the radiator in it, trying to hook it up. Hopefully the lines will hook up to it and we won't have any issues. I'm going to need to get these clamps off. Aha! So with all good hopes and intentions, this thing will fire off, hopefully, and we can actually hear this thing breathe to life for the first time in who knows actually how long it's been that this car has ever breathed any life out of it. So we're going to try to get these clamps off and see what we can do here. We've got to get different rubber lines to fit onto the bottom of the radiator, which right now we have them kind of on there to where it'll move fluid and hopefully not leak everywhere. Just in case it does, I'm going to take a rag and stick down there. Actually, this rag. So we're just going to take it and just throw it down here. I'll make it look all nice and fancy. So, since we've got this brand new battery, what we can now do is take and do a little flippity. Get that shit out of here. So now, we take our little cable that we have and we stick her down on. Maybe. Sort of. Kinda. I don't know. It might go on there. Get on there. We need some encouragement. Either that or a wrench. Or the other. Whichever one I find first. Who put a ratchet in my pop-up open downs? Looks like we found a wrench before we found some encouragement. So, therefore, I'm going to unhook it and loosen this bad boy. Well, it's not even the right flipping size, bub. And we're going to grab the next size up. And we're going to hope and pray that the next size up is the right size. And what do you know? It was. Woohoo. Now, take yourself a little flathead screwdriver. Stick that in there. You know you gotta spread it apart. Get it all nice and good like. Spread it even more. If you're not spreading it far enough, well, then that's just on you, bub. That one is just on you. So now, we're all nice on there. So now I'm gonna tighten up the negative. Maybe. Nope. Need the next size up. Jesus Christ, how many different size nuts does this car have? Shoot. Now see why people sell them. It's just a different bolt after a different bolt after a different bolt. Jiminy Christmas. And of course, that popped off. Great. So now, this is what popped up, my negative cable. So now what we're just gonna do, we're just gonna do that. And then undo these, since they're, you know, finger tight. Pull it up, and we'll undo it a little bit more. Oh, brother, oh, brother. Seems to be fairly decent right there. And we're going to drive that down in there, just like so. Oh, Jesus. That cable does not like me. Well, that's on. So, had to mess around a little bit with the negative terminal here. We got the radiator set in. So, we're going to have to get bigger rubber lines to fit on the bottom for the cooler. But for right now, what we have on there will hopefully do. If not, I got a rag laying down here to hopefully catch some of what it might piss out if it starts, which even if it cranks, it's going to do it. We got the radiator sitting in here. We got everything hooked up. So I'm going to spray a little bit of pimp juice down its throat. And we're going to hit the key and hope to God that something actually happens. So what I'm going to do is, let's see if I can get y'all set up here right, is I'm going to sit you all, lovely people, where can I sit y'all? Yeah, let's see here. Boom. Nice. All right, so we're going to spray a little bit of pimp juice down his throat, and we're going to hope for the best, y'all. If there's a fire, it's not my problem. Okay, so it starts. On the bad note, though, we did bust something. That's not cash money. But, it's definitely not cash money. It's ever. So, hey, it started. But now, I have transmission fluid everywhere. And, that's why I said I'm gonna need those bigger lines. But, hey, it ran. Hell yeah. Sitting in my now will run 240. And I just want to take this moment to say, see this bad boy right here? Little toe strappy boy. This right here is on GasCanCo.com. Go and get you one. Seriously, guys. Go and check out their website. Check out their merch. Look at the shirts, hats, women's apparel, stickers, everything, guys. This right here is going to be going on this car, and I'm super stoked to actually put it on it whenever we start driving this thing. Dude, you guys literally have to go check GasCanCo out. They're the bomb.com, the bee's knees, the sunlight to my rainbow, whatever you want to call it. Go check them out, guys. Well, as you've seen, it started. It ran. It actually sounded good. There was some chirpy noise, but I'm having a feeling that was probably the belt, because the belt has been on this car since 2003. We didn't change it. We just said, feed it the beans and let's see if it'll run. But we're going to end up, we're going to stop it right here because we got to get those bigger lines, because if we don't, it's just going to keep on blowing them off like it did. So I got to end up getting bigger rubber hose, or I got to get adapters for the cooler at the bottom of the radiator.
And then after that, next step is going to be hook up my electric fan system. There's the one part that didn't tell you about that I told you I was going to get. So I'm going to go with Mishimoto cooling fans for this car. It's a dual cooling fan system. I've heard great things about it. We're going to get rid of the clutch fan because I hear that if you're going to be like doing track days and stuff like that, the electric cooling fans are fairly good for that and long distance drives. So we're going to be putting that on, and then I have got to get rid of this gas tank that's up underneath this car because, I mean, I know you've probably seen in the past videos and stuff, but it is absolutely trashed. There is no way of saving it. There is nothing that we can do to even remotely try to fix it. And with the price of gas tanks nowadays being up in past $600, I just decided that it would be best just to go with a fuel cell. It is a 22-gallon JCS, JGS, something like that. You can run regular gas, methanol, whatever you want to run in it. It can handle it. So we're going to end up... we're going to put that in the trunk. I got a Walbro. This is another part. So I got the inline fuel pump. It is a Walbro 255 liter per hour because these cars surprisingly have to have 43 psi of fuel pressure to even run. So we're going to put those on. We're going to put the fuel cell, inline fuel pump, cooling fans, and then the radiator hoses and cold air intake came in as well. We got to put that on, which I cannot put that on until I put the electric cooling fans on because it will hit the clutch fan. So I don't need to destroy a clutch fan on starting this thing, nor do I need to destroy a cold air intake, which I don't want to do that. Those things are pricey, and I was not about to cheap out and buy some $43 one and be like, oh yeah, cold air intake, bro. But we've got all that, and then I got to get a set of rims and tires, which we've been looking at that, and I've also still got to get the side glass. But I'm in the works of getting the side glass as we speak, and I've been eyeballing some rear rim and tire combinations. Still don't know what I want yet. And then coilovers, drop it, put exhaust on it, take and put the corner lights in, which I am going with clear corners up front and then the red ones in the rear. And then we're going to end up having to rock the front bumper that came with the car for a little bit until I can source a pig nose or just a regular front bumper, which hopefully I can find one of those local, because it seems like the nearest ones are in like Illinois, Florida, California, stuff like that. And that's just too far of a drive, and shipping is going to be out the And other than that, it's going to be, we got to figure out some wiring issues that's going on with the rear. I think they tried to switch over to an LED system, and they ended up running some weird lines in the back. So now the taillights stay on all the time. So it's either I'm going to have to figure out that wiring issue, or I'm going to have to order a rear wiring system and just hook that up. But other than that, we are so close, guys. We are almost there. I literally did not expect that this thing would even start. I figured that if it did start, it'd probably have rod knock. But it didn't. And here we are. So continue to follow this series, guys. We're gonna do whatever we can to this car. Feel free to shoot some ideas on what y'all would like to see done to it, and we'll try to see what we can do. But from me and from the people that can't be here, shout out to Zane Thacker, Taylor Yaz, my girlfriend, couple other guys that I know I'm forgetting their names. That's real tight with me in the car community. Just want to say thank you guys for all the support And I'm glad to have you all along for this. And from me and the 240, have a great day, guys.